In this video, I'm going to show you how to get set up with FTP, and that means you'll be able to take your website files from the web and bring them onto your computer in order to be able to edit them. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is go to panel.dreamhost.com and sign in. And then you're going to go to Users and Manage Users. And there should just be one here. So this is my username. So I'm going to need to come back and get this username. And then the other thing that I'm going to want to do is click Edit and enter a password here. It does not have to be your password that you sign into. It might be easier if it is. And then save it and make sure that this is set up as SFTP and not just FTP, and then go ahead and save it. Okay, so we're going to come back to this, but first I'm going to show you some things that you're going to need to download. So I recommend downloading Coda because Coda allows you to pull down your files and edit them in the same program. If you use one of the other programs that I'm going to show you, you'll have to use two programs and it can get a little confusing. So the only issue with Coda, which you can find it at panic.com/Coda, is that you do have to purchase Coda. And we can see how much it is here. Download Coda, oh, I guess it doesn't, oh, buy now. So it costs $99. I think it's a well-spent $99. If you like coding and you plan to do it in the future, it's definitely a well-spent $99. And it'll just take a lot of the headache out of what you're doing. That said, if you have a Windows computer, I don't believe you can download Coda, but if you have a Mac, then you definitely can. The other program that you can use if you don't want to or can't download Coda is FileZilla. And you just, it's filezilla-project.org, and you'll go to download FileZilla client. And then if you have a Mac, you can just download here. If you have a PC, you'll just click show additional download options. And then you can choose whatever one works for you. It will probably be this one. So since I have a Mac, I'm just going to go ahead and download this one. So that will appear shortly. I already have Coda on my computer, and so I don't have to install that, but I'll go ahead and do FileZilla. But I will show you how to put all your information into Coda, so don't worry about that. Okay, so we have FileZilla. And it's in my downloads, so you can go ahead and put it in your applications and find FileZilla. There we go. So now you will, in order to get this set up, you're going to need to know that username and password. So you just reset the password, so you should remember that. And then you may or may not know your username. So it is not this, which may be your login name for this website. It will be this. So it's probably some combination of the beginnings of your first and last names with some random number. So you want to copy that and go into FileZilla. And your host is going to be your website. So mine is mediawebtools.com. My username that I just copied, my password that I just changed, and the port is 22. Then I can click connect here. And you'll see that I have all the folders for my website here. So you probably won't have this many folders. You'll probably just have one that looks kind of like this. And if you go into it, you'll see a bunch of files that say WP before it because they're WordPress files. Okay, so you are all set. What I'm going to do now is show you how to do this in Coda in case you set up with Coda. And you'll open Coda and you'll go to plus and you'll name this whatever your site is, so Bob Jones or whatever. And then here you're going to put media web tools or whatever your web address is. Then don't worry about the rest and go to server. Make sure it's an SFTP. MediaWebTools.com or whatever your website is. Port 22, and then the username that we had copied from here. And then the password that you just created. And you'll want to make sure before you save it that you've got this green check here, and that will tell you that everything is correct. So save it. And then when you double click it, as soon as it's ready here, then you go to Files, and you'll see exactly what we did in FileZilla. So you see you'll probably just have one of these sites, and when you open it up, it will have a bunch of WordPress files. And so the one that we're going to be working in the most is going to be WP content. So that is something to keep in mind. So now you should be all set up.